Hello, hello, hello. Everyone is in. Had a bit of a long dark bit there because I was setting up. Because YouTube's like that now. You're just gonna have to wait for me. You're gonna have to wait. You have to get in the queue. You have to wait. Hot foamy beverage. All right. I got foamy milk on my moustache. Should I do it? Should I get a real foamy one? Let me get a real foamy one for you. Oh no! Now it's on my nose as well. Oh, look at a mess. Oh, thumbs down, thumbs down. This is the thumbnail. Well, you would tell me if there's something on my nose, wouldn't you? You would point that out to me as a friend. I had a rather bad nosebleed earlier. I think I got a bit excited with all the birthday cake. But there you go. Anyway, we are here. We are here. And there are people here already. And it's telling me, welcome to the new control room. Here we go. I can now see what's going on. Pinks is in. Bourgeois is in. Pain's in, of the many pains. Evening, everyone. Evening, everyone. Pegasus wants to know how my groove's been. It's been full of birthday joy. Liam says, hello, Progfather. Exactly. I made him an offer he couldn't refuse. In 9/8. Shane is in. Lenin's in. The other Pain is in. Glad you put the X of Pink Floyd in the last video title. Well, we have to distinguish. So there's no mistakes. No mistakes are made. We want everyone to know the truth. Pink says, saw the tweet. Is the nose in control now? Yeah, it was just all of a sudden it just erupted. It was I was sitting with the missus. We was having a cup of tea and a bit of birthday cake, and all of a sudden my nose decided to explode. But I stuffed a bit of kitchen roll up it, and that dealt with the onslaught. Payne says nosebleeds are annoying. They certainly are. Minky said, "Did I hear Pink Floyd?" Indeed, you did. God, that video's got a lot of views. I think all I should do is cover Pink Floyd. Oh, don't want it in shot. That's it. Looks unprofessional if your microphone's in shot. So anyway, here's a fun. Who wants a funny story? Does anyone read like the news, the prog news? That bloke from who was in Marillion, that guy stinks of fish. Derek William Dick claims that the midweek album charts would see his new album in at number 2, if only he was eligible for it. And I decided to stroke my beard because I could smell bullshit. It came wafting through the screen, a strong waft of bullshit. You see, even I can get in the chart. Yeah, because when you release your music, you have to have an ISRC code. It's like a little digital tag that goes on every song, and you get a barcode for your album, and it's through those ISRC codes that they register as sales. So this is it. But Derek William Dick claims because he's an independent, he isn't eligible for album sales in the album charts, and that's bullshit. Anyway, how would he know that he'd be at number 2? Does he know how many albums need to be sold to enter the chart? Because if he does, that's really impressive, because even the album chart people don't let you know how many albums have been sold, because it's a big secret. Because if you sell 10 albums, you get to number 4, or so I've been told. So I thought that was a load of bullshit. Oh well. But you've got to say those things to sell your record, haven't you? Especially if it's a pretty mediocre record. Hi folks, don't forget you can download and listen to my latest release, 2020 Vision. It's rather mediocre. And if I was eligible for charts, I'd be at number 1. Why would you say number 2? Why number 2? Why not? If you're going to lie, go for number 1. I'd be at number 1. But anyway, that's what caught my eye. That's what caught my eye in the prog domain. How about you guys? Hunt says, love what you did with the title. Oh, good. Lenin says, thoughts on John Anderson's remarks that yes, everything was Spinal Tap, it was total chaos. He's talking about the Union tour, and that is true. He was talking very much about that period. But also, he is the master. He is the master of chaos, you know, because he invites everyone in to play on the record. I know, I'm gonna hire a studio in the south of France and expect people to turn up, and you know, meanwhile, you know, Bill Bruford and Rick Wakeman have got, you know, other things on you know, planned. It's you know, you don't trust everything John Anderson says. You know, they used to call him Napoleon. Did you know that? They used to call him Napoleon, and they said he suffered from lead singer's disease back in the day. You know, there was a book, there was a Yes biography in 1980, and it had the Yes shows, you know, cover. And in that book, I remember getting out of the library back in the mid to late 80s, and like I said, they called him Napoleon because he likes to be in control of everything. And if it's like Spinal Tap, it's because he is in control of everything. Pete Mock says, sup. Avenging Lettuce is in. Ah, okay. Russell's here, blimey. And Russell's all the way from Australia, and it's breakfast for Russell. So, well, it's Wednesday for him. It's still Tuesday here. Some sort of time travel has happened. So, happy breakfast. Throw another kangaroo on the Barbie. I might as well alienate the Australian viewers. Do we have anyone from New Zealand in? Hey. Anyone from Catford? Hey. Anyone from Brazil? Yeah. I'll be my own audience. Pinks is in. He says, should get the chance, but who cares about chance? Exactly, chance are irrelevant. Lenin says, I've been listening to tomorrow. Oh, God, that's psychedelic. We'll skip Lenin. He's obsessed with psychedelic nonsense. Martin says, most progressive music I'll get it right in a minute. Most progressive music proves that the charts do not matter. Oh, I went a bit Sean Canary at the end there. Miss Moneypenny, the charts, they do not matter. Look, you know something's up with the charts when Mike Oldfield gets to number one and Marillion do well. You know that the chance of there's something wrong, you know. Steve Hackett's in the chart, everyone. That's when you know something ain't right, because these people couldn't get arrested back in the day. You know when records mattered, they couldn't get arrested. You couldn't get, you know, Mike Oldfield couldn't get in the charts. But yeah, those were the days. Those were the days when music was important. Now it's not. None of it's important. Bourgeois says, I just received my 2020 Vision CD. Blimey, that took a long time, didn't it? Thanks, Darren. Love the design. Have really enjoyed the download. Rise and Shine is fantastic. Glad you enjoyed it. See, Jason, he's a man of taste and distinction. He bought two. He bought two copies because one copy wasn't enough. He wanted one for the car and one for Sunday Best, which he keeps in a glass case on his wall with a little hammer next to it. Said, in case of emergencies, break glass. Because it will cheer you up, I guarantee. It will cheer you up, it will make you attracted to women, and put lead in your pencil. And you didn't buy it, you missed out. You missed out. If more of you got behind that, I would have made more copies. But you're never there for me, are you? You're never there for me. Why couldn't I get in the charts like Fish? Oh, God. But anyway, glad you enjoyed the CDs. Again, it's taken a long time to get there because we posted them ages ago, didn't we? Didn't I post them in August? Feels like it was August. Was it September? Before September, end of August. Sounds about right. Paul says, evening, got distracted by your Rogers Water review. Hope you and the family do okay. Yeah, it's been Herb's birthday today, so we've been much celebrating. So there we go. That's another 11 years gone. So where'd that go? I mean, it was Verity earlier. That was 13. It's like the time whizzes by. Whizzes by. Whizzes by. Munton says, like John Hassel and Al Ellsworth, solo never tried, but it's some of the best music ever. In your opinion. In your opinion. That's the thing. That's the thing. Just because you say it's good doesn't mean it's good. Just because I say it's good doesn't mean it's any good. You know? Yeah. I don't know. Payne says, it always makes me laugh when these ads for recent Deep Purple albums say #1 in Poland or whatever. Well, no, in Poland, they're still in the 70s. You see, you when they say, oh, we're big in Estonia. You know, it's because they're going through punk at the moment. You know, those guys are, you know, they're throwing away their bell bottoms and they're getting with the 20th century. You know. It's like South America. They're still in the classic rock phase, you know. Wait till New Romantics hit them. They'll be blowing their minds, you know. David Bowie with Ashes to Ashes. They'll go, why is he dressed as a clown? It'll blow their tiny minds. Pink says, I'm quietly and patiently waiting for you to get the coloured Kraftwerk vinyls and cover their albums. Oh, well, this is the thing. It's a big buy, isn't it? It's a big ask. It's 200 quid to get those in, and we got there's a bit of a busy, because it's getting towards Christmas. You know, it's getting towards Christmas, so all the stuff comes out, and there's not been very. I was hoping there might be a good bundle price for those, but there isn't. So it's like. I want to do it just so no one watches, because we know everyone's waiting for the Pink Floyd reissue, aren't they, of Delicate Sound of Thunder. Everyone wants that, and that if I do an unboxing of that, it's a box set and it's the vinyls, people are going to go mental for it because everyone loves Pink Floyd. But there you go. But yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, you know what it's like. You know what it's like. Avenging says, anyone listen to the new Gazpacho? A definite return to form. Oh no, there's a message for review. Munton's had a. Munton says, what if John Anderson had a tune called Happy as a Hand Job? Give it time. Give it time. I guarantee it will happen. Wow, there's only 37 viewers. God, no, they mustn't have got the memo. Where's the memo? Memo. Then he says, Bill Bruford usually said that John is a keen listener and absorber of music like blotting paper. I think that's quite a compliment. Bruford, that's another story. Bruford is selling his drum kits, though I think Danny Carey from Tool is probably going to buy them all because they're going up for auction. There's a really good video from the auction people. You'll find it. Just put Bill Bruford drum auction into YouTube and you'll find it. It's about half an hour. Very interesting, but not because of the drums. That is interesting, but there's some really interesting body language going on because the guy invariably asks him about that band. You know that band? And Bruford's body language changes. He starts to fold his arms, and if you're a body language follower like I am, you know, I'm a bit of a drum whisperer. What sticks are you using? That kind of thing. I noticed him. He closes his arms when he starts talking about that band, and he gets very, he doesn't mention the featured artist at all. It's very funny because later on he talks about, it was a great time. Best period was 80 to 84. He says, and he goes, Adrian Ballou, fantastic guitarist, brilliant frontman. Tony Levin, consummate professional on the bass. And that's it. Featured artist gets jack shit. Quite telling that. But Bruford is every inch a diplomat. He's very diplomatic in these things. But it's a good video because he does talk about his kit, and how he used to approach putting a kit together, and and about minimum movement, maximum effort, that kind of thing. It's very, very good, very good. And I could listen to him talk all day. Man, I'd love to. I want the yellow drum kit because the yellow drum kit was at the Royal Albert Hall gig that we saw back in '95, and Bruce was wearing the yellow yellow suit as well to match it, and it was his birthday as well. And I said to the missus, I want to buy the yellow drum kit, but where would I put it? I'd have to crawl inside it and live in it. There you go, the van pulls up. Onk, onk. What's that, says the missus. Drum kit? But yeah, it's going to take a lot of money to secure that one. And I think Danny Carey from Tool has got his eyes on most of Bruford's drums. So yeah. I come from the land down under. Yeah. Reese says, can we do an impressions round? Oh no. Well, Men at Work only ever had, was it 2 songs? I come from the land down under, and who can it be knocking at my door? Go away, don't come round here no more. Fantastic. Colin Hay. Yeah, he's got a goggly eye, isn't he? He's a bit like Marty Feldman. They're good. I like that Down Under, but it's all about the flute bit, you know. Now, I've whistled that, and I'm probably going to get sued because there was a big legal case about the ownership of that tune. Under the Kookaburra Tree or something. It's an Australian standard, and I think, wasn't it something like the Girl Scouts of Australia think they own it, and massive legal case. And again, it all comes down to fair use, because you can, they didn't do the whole song. It's just a little musical phrase that's interwoven into it, and again, it's shorthand for Australia. It's like doing Waltzing Matilda. And I always thought that the Men at Work got really hammered for that, and they should have actually won, because it was just a little musical signature just to illustrate that they're Australian, but they lost the case. I don't know if because then it was a lot. It went on for years. It went on for like 20 years or something. They might have actually had it thrown out since then. I haven't followed up on it. But yeah, I thought they got badly treated there. Yeah. Payne says, Pete Pardo did an interview with Jockstrap. Would you do the same if asked? I don't think Jack Shit's going to let me have an interview with him. Because I will say, tell me about that thing about Millwall. What happened there? Eh? Do you think being married to the original drummer of King Crimson's daughter has got you the foot in the door? These are not questions I think he'd want to ask. What's it like being the least known guitarist in Level 42? What's it like every time you release an album, the record company goes bust? Do you think that is a message? Haven't you got the message yet? I don't think he'd give me an interview. I don't think he would. I wouldn't interview him anyway. I wouldn't piss on him if he was on fire. If his little pube-headed hair was on a flame. I wouldn't piss on him. No, I wouldn't. I'd just walk on by. Walk on by. Lovely fella. And you think I don't like him. Mrs. despises him. Absolutely despises him. There you go. I keep threatening her with the new Jack Shit album. She goes, oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. Grounds for divorce. Indeed. The thing is I have no interest in interviewing these people because, well, one, they wouldn't answer my questions, and my questions would be so kind of out of their usual realm, because I wouldn't be blowing smoke up their arse. So you pick a night, say Hackett. I'd say, Hackett, you've been working with the same guys for, same production people for a long time. Do you find it, is it a bit hard sometimes to get out of the creative rut? Don't you think, you should mix up a bit, get a different producer in? They're not going to want to answer that question. They're not going to want to answer that question. For Gabriel, I'd say, Gabriel, why don't you release that bloody album? Release that bloody album. You put the masters up. Why won't you bloody release it? So they're not gonna want me interviewing them. Phil Collins, I'd say, Phil, why are we doing this, Phil? Why, Phil? That's all I'd say. Why, Phil? Why? That's it. If it was William Derrick Dick, I'd actually take a legal document promising that he'd never release another album. I'd say, look, as soon as this is your last album, can we have it ratified? Promising that you'd never release another record again, just so, we can all put this to bed. Don't think he'd like that. Don't think he'd like that. I'd be the Dennis Pennis of prog. I like that. Go and look up Dennis Pennis, because a lot of people won't realise who that is. Great actor, by the way. Before Borat and all that stuff, there was Dennis Pennis, and he was a genius. But yeah, go and look it up, and you'll be surprised who it is and all the things he's been in. He was in Game of Thrones. Yeah, absolutely. But there you go. Yeah, happy birthday to Herb. It's Herb's birthday. Will I review Osric Tentacles? Oh God, I remember they were out in the 80s, and it was like they were a thing, and they're kind of, in my mind, they're filed under Hawkwind and Gong. They just don't interest me, I just don't find them interesting. Sorry, I don't find them particularly musical either. This is it, But there you go. I might be wrong, you see, because it's been a long time since I've listened to them. Like I say, it's been, maybe, is it 30 years? 30 years. But it doesn't usually change, does it really? Bourgeois says there's a slowdown in the Canadian Post with the current situation. Things are taking long to arrive. The other copy will go in the case you described. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but COVID. Everyone's got COVID apparently. Pink said, I'm reminded of the Riverside record review now with the number one in Poland thing. That was hilarious. It's because it's true. Because I've got to be, because they're going to clip this and make me out to be some kind of neo-Nazi. But the worst thing to ever happen to music, or progressive music, prog music, whatever you're going to call it, is Inside Out, isn't it? And the other one, I can't remember the name of. Inside Out. And what's the other one? Oh, there's another one. But anyway, they're both kind of European, aren't they? And so they'll put any old shit out. Man, I should have approached them. They probably reject me though. Probably say, no, you're not cool enough. You'll never get to number one in Poland. No. I can imagine all the Polish prog bands going, that Brit coming over here, stealing our prog jobs. I don't think it works that way around. But no, there's an awful lot of duff music out there, and most of it is on the Inside Out label. Wah, 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 wah. Nobody listens to Riverside for fun, do they? Oh God, I'm such an old. I feel like I'm just turned into a right grumpy old git these days. I'm just being grumpy all the time. But that's why you love me. That's why you love me. Munton says, I watched Pete's interview last night. Not too shabby. I don't like Munton anymore. What's the best album of 2020? Well, it's an album by a guy called Darren Locke. He's incredibly handsome, so talented. You would never believe just how talented he is. Probably the best guitarist around at the moment. It's called 2020 Vision. It's just, I just think it's fantastic. You should check it out. It's very good. And another thing Bruford says, because I asked him about seeing that band doing his stuff, and he goes, well, I've seen them. I'm not saying it's better. All I'm saying is it's different. Which is a backhand way of saying it's shit. I love my Bruford. I love my Bill Bruford. Bill Bruford's the great. Oh, I've got to get those whiskers pointing in the right direction. Whiskers are great. Nice and long. Oh, yeah. Get some handlebars going if I'm lucky. Where are we again? Oh, we're scrolled up. Munton says, remember when Trespass was number one in Belgium, when Paul Knights was number one in Italy? Exactly, the Italians are suckers for prog, aren't they? Got no taste. Payne says, I didn't watch it at all, but did Jacko mention seeing Casey in 1971? Oh, I'm sure he'll slide that one in somewhere. Oh, Pink's got the memos, that's good. Payne says, that Bruford drum video is great. I like seeing the Thrax set again. Absolutely. The yellow set. Lenny says, to be fair, I do love Bill's view of music and his humour. It is sad if he passes away. You had to go there. He is a legend. Well, he's Dr. Bruford now, isn't he? He gives lectures at Surrey University in music because that's the way you want to do it. you want to give up this stupid merry-go-round that is the music biz and get a nice teaching gig again. Bruford can do that because he is the smartest man in the room. He is incredibly clever, and I like his definition. They ask him, what's your career in music been like? And he goes, well, it's been a succession of arses. I look up and there's a different arse in front of me. Sometimes it's a small one, John Anderson. Sometimes it's a very handsome one, John Wetton. I do like his take on things. Again, you can see him and Wakeman have a similar sense of humour. They're irreverent, and I like that. And it's where I come from, because I don't think you can hold this stuff too precious. And I like their take on things. It is good. They're good. Payne says, there's always a good chance that Jack Shit will tell that story. Munton says, Bruford is awesome, he is. Bourgeois says, I did enjoy that Bill Bruford video talking about the drums. He's very thoughtful and interesting. That man, he can talk. And again, you go and look up some of his lectures that he's done. He does some very good lectures about music and the nature of music and performance. And even if you're not a performer, again, some of the stuff he says I don't quite agree with. But that's not the point. It makes you think. It makes you think about your own performance and what you're doing. And that's interesting. And again, I'm one of those people that, I get bored with things, so playing things a different way, because Bruford always says never the same way twice. And that's why he found the Genesis gig hard, because it was basically playing the record every night, and he likes to stretch out and improvise and, move into different pockets of performance, which is interesting. I've got his book up there, Uncharted, but it's a bit too clever for me, because it's one of those proper scientific books. It's like a proper educational book for the universities. I will read it one day. He said, on the pile of all the books that I haven't read, I've got another one the other day, The Making of Highlander. I found it, and I've got Gerald Scarf's biography coming in the post. I've got a signed copy. I better start reading. I've got some reading to do. It's getting embarrassing. It's getting embarrassing. Overkill. Oh, I don't know that one. I don't think that was a hit over here. Business as usual. That's right. Cargo, 2 hearts. Yeah. Freeman says, God bless Italy for making porn arts numero uno. Yeah, well, I said the Italians got no taste whatsoever. Then he says, imagine if you got a chance to interview Kate Bush. Would you take it? No, because I'd probably be blushing and that. No, Kate Bush. I wouldn't know what to ask her, because she's otherworldly. Again, I think it'd be remiss, because her writing is so from the female experience. I'd feel like an interloper just asking her about it. I think Bush needs to be interviewed by women, because that's where the writing is all about womanhood. And I think coming at it from the male experience, I just think I'd be completely out of my depth, to be honest. But a good question. That is a good question. I'd have to decline. I'd have to decline that one, because I just wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what to ask. I have no questions. I would just be in awe, because I always think back to those early albums, especially the first one. And when you know that those songs were written when she was 15, and there's such a depth of understanding and knowledge and maturity. You can't go near it, can you, really? I still don't think she gets enough credit. I think they just see her as the kooky dancing woman, from the videos and whatnot. And, it's the same with Laurie Anderson. If you put me in a room with Laurie Anderson, I'd just go, oh, it's Laurie Anderson. Because I like smart women, this is the thing. And I'd just be like, oh, I'm a puppy dog now. So it wouldn't work. I'd be completely disarmed and useless. But men, cocky, arrogant, male musicians, let me have a go at them. Let me burst their their bubble of pomposity. Let me get in there and prick them. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, there you go. Payne says, late but real. Indeed, late. Here comes Cyrus. He's going to ask me about the Rolling Stones. No, not the Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones Big Book of Hits, hit records. And I scrolled through the first, 20. And as I said to him, well, it's going to be mainly American records. So I'm not going to know exactly how to respond to it because, Rolling Stone comes from the US experience. And so there's stuff in there that I've not heard. And it's like, doubtful. So he's going to ask me about that because we talked about that on Facebook. The missus will take on the interview, absolutely. Munton says, how about an interview with Michael or Peter Giles? No interest, I'm afraid. That's finished. It's over. I have no interest. It was like having a tumour removed. I have no interest in looking at it. It's no interest to me, I'm afraid. Munton says, hi to Cyrus. Isn't that nice? And he says, what's your guys' thoughts on the 2020 revision of the Rolling Stones 500 greatest albums of all time? Well, firstly, it's 500. I ain't got time to go through 500 albums. I could die halfway through. Look, lists are useless. Oh, dog's coming. Hello, Anna. All right? No, ignore me. You only want me for walkies. Hey, Hannah. Hey, that got your attention. I got a little wag. How you doing? You want to have a fuss? You don't have a fuss? Oh, you're so distant. Come on, bring it in. I can't. Come over here. Come on, come a bit closer. I can't show you because she's... You just have to imagine. I could be stroking an imaginary dog. I haven't got the other camera set up. It's plugged into my Xbox for Train Simulator World. That's still buggy as hell. I was going to do another stream of that, but I still got stuck in the bloody station. Oh, off you go then. Bye. She doesn't like me doing videos. She really doesn't like it. Anyway. So yeah. The Giles Brothers, very underrated rhythm section. Yes, Greg Lake, Space Skills did it, but Mike Flow's better with Pete. Well, I know a certain drummer. Shall I bitch? Fuck yeah, let's bitch. There was a drummer who played in a band that was like a cover version of that band. And this drummer, he's not here anymore. He's gone away. But boy, did he slag off Peter Giles. Said, I have to keep working out charts for him because he doesn't know how to play. But, these people like to bitch. You know what I'm saying? To say I was shocked. But hey, this is what goes on behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? But then they come for me and make out that I'm some sort of fucking villain. I've never told anyone that until now. Do you know why? Because I don't give a fuck. Yeah? There was a reason. There's always a reason. There are disrespectful people. There are nasty people. And these people get on. There you go. Anyway. You didn't hear it from me. Mullen says Gabriel needs to be putting out one more album and an autobiography. He's got the album. I've seen the hard drives. Seen the hard drives. It's there. He's finished it. Cyrus says, speaking of Phil, I do wonder if he's going to finally release that album he mentioned. I don't know. Who knows? T-Dog said Greg Ham, who wrote Down Under, was so devastated at being ruled the plagiarist that he took his own life. I did not know that. Wow, that is so sad. Wow, that is, again, it's not fair. Because you can use musical motifs. Again, it's just a... And again, there's some debate where that melody actually came from, if I'm remembering it right, because it may have come from another traditional folk song. So how do you copyright a traditional fucking folk song? You don't. It's just ridiculous. But there you go, and that's really sad. And it's just, hey, it's only business. Don't take it personally. That's what the music business says. Payne says, Jacko is also known for playing with the Kinks for a week. And yeah, Michael Jackson, hey Jacko, I really like your shoes. I got some little male friends who like shoes like yours. Charmant. Yeah, again, Jack Shit told that story of the Kinks previously, but in that version he was like in awe of them. I'm playing with the Kinks and they did this. And in the new version, now he's got a little bit, now he's with that band, he thinks he's King Big Bollocks. Now he's going to slag them off. He's going to slack him off. He's going to bite the hand that feeds him, because he doesn't need that session work anymore, because he's playing with the big boys. He's got a new solo album coming out. It's going to be great. It's going to be as predictable as you can imagine it's going to be. It's going to be wonderful. Everyone's going to love it. 5-star reviews everywhere. 5-star, except for me, because I'm just a bitch. You know that. Queen bitch. Absolutely. But there you go. Anyway, 2020 Vision. Do go and listen to it. I put my money where my mouth is. I've recorded 38 or 42, depending on how you count them, CDs of stuff. It's not all good, but out of it, I think there's at least one Tubular Bells. If we could squeeze it together and sift through it, I reckon I could make an album as good as Tubular Bells out of that material. And I've got another album that's almost done, which is like the companion album to 2020 Vision, which will be called Magnum Chaos. That is sitting on my hard drive, but I just don't know how to finish it, because it's more ambient. It's more the stuff that I didn't quite use. It was a little bit more floaty and that, and I got that. And I've done 2 tracks for my album that's coming out next year, which is called L. I've got it all worked out. There you go. It's called L. You're going to love it. I'll be singing on it as well. There'll be singy songs. So pencil that in your diary. February 21. 2020. February 21. That's it. I've given it away now. Oh, 21. And L. I've got the art worked out, everything. It's in my head. It's a beautiful thing. I'm very, very pumped up with inspiration, and the hands are working, because I'm on lots of tablets, vitamin tablets. I'm on the turmeric. I'm having ginseng. Ginseng is wonderful. I ran out of ginseng the other week, and my hand just fucking started hurting so bad, and my back. And then I got the ginseng delivered, and I had a couple, and I was fine. I don't know if it's psychosomatic, or it's some sort of weird placebo effect, but ginseng is really helping me. And also, of course, the cod liver oil, which I'm just. Oh, Saint Ping then. So yeah, so I'm in a good pocket at the moment. I'm feeling kind of. Oh, I'm feeling good. Oh, get on the scene like a sex machine. Get on up. Oh yeah. Russell's in. He says hi. Hi, Russell. Where are we? I've lost the question. They always spin up. Why does a question spin up? Spongle. Yeah, I know Spongle. I've got one of theirs in my file. Wait a minute. Spongle. Yeah, I've got Are You Spongled in my file. In my album file. Yeah, Are You Spongled? Oh God, is it playing? Shit. You can't hear that, can you? Good. Yeah. That was from 1999. Classed as electronic. There you go. So I'm down with the kids. I'm listening to music from 1999. Wow. Pete's in. He says, evening. Well, it's almost morning, isn't it, really? Russell says, a bit of humour goes a long way in music. It certainly does. Simon says, good morning, evening. He's from the land down under. See, I'm big in Australia, New Zealand. I know Big Dave Langston. He's from New Zealand, isn't he? He still says hello sometimes. Doesn't pop in anymore, but I think there's Facebook and that. He said the best yes was with Bruford. And with Aikman, yeah, it's called Classic Yes. Classic Yes. The classic period. You can't go wrong with that. Though I do like Relayer. I like Relayer. I like that record. Just imagine if Bruford had stuck around for Relayer. Just come back just for that album. That would have been interesting, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that have been interesting? Rene says, hi Darren. Nice plug-in videos. They are, but no one's watching them. because my other channel is dead in the water. Dead in the water. I can't get anyone to watch those videos. It's a real shame that. It's because YouTube won't deliver them. Because I know that generate plugin it's new out. I got a copy from the PR people. I thought I'll do that, maybe get some views. I don't think it's had 50 views, and I did post a link. I think I posted a link on the Eventide Facebook page, but I'm not very good at promoting this stuff. I don't know what I'm doing, But if I do a video at Pink Floyd, oh man, do they love the Pink Floyd? They love it. 42 people in, is that all? Come on, guys. Guys. Used to have a sports teacher go, oh, hi, guys. Guys, come on, guys. He was the first YouTuber, I think. Because all the... Oh, it's the missus. Can't talk. Missus is in the room. Shh. 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 I'm not going to talk. I'm just pretend she's not there. She'll go in a minute. She'll go. Night. Where were we? Yes, I was watching those, but what can you do? Best prog rhythm section. It's got to be Bruford Wetton, and every time. Bruford Wetton. Nanky Poot says amateurs play their mistakes twice to make it look like they're supposed to be. No. We play it 3 times. It's always it's the power of 3. Everybody knows that. The first is the mistake. The second, you're worrying whether it's correct or not, and the third one, you play it with purpose. And that is how jazz was invented. Okay, that's jazz. Russell Watkins loved the first Kate Bush album. Reese says, Hounds of Love came out this week 33 years ago. Russell Watkins says, Laurie Anderson and Kate Bush would make for an interesting collaboration. Yeah, never did cross paths. But again, I think from 2 different planets, aren't they? I think, that'd be, again, I think some collaborations, though both of them collaborated with Gabriel. Isn't that fascinating? He's the intersecting point there, Yeah, isn't that interesting? And David Rhodes played with Kate Bush. And I can't think of any more links. There's some links there somewhere. Chris says, would you review Laurie Anderson's Strange Angels? I would, but no one will want to watch it. But if I reviewed top 12 Roger Waters Pink Floyd songs, oh man, imagine the views I could get. Pete said, got a bit of online row with an American famous drummer who slagged off Carl Palmer. He can't keep time, slagged off bass players because his bass player in his band wasn't in the top 10 for 2020. Wow, a famous American drummer. Oh, in my suggestions was Jerry Marotta. Now, I've never been a fan of Jerry Marotta. Not as a drummer, just as a person. There's always something that's always told me he was an arsehole. And there was some of those, that guy does, hi, this is the Rock and Roll Bollocks YouTube channel Bollocks. And he's American, they always are. And I'm going to talk to Jerry Marotta. And Jerry Marotta was just slagging off, Peter Gabriel in the most awful. He was just come across as bitter man, because he didn't, get the big break on So, because he used Manu Katché instead, It's like, yeah, well, your time had come. Mate. You had your moment. That was it. Yeah, Jerry Marotta, there's one. He could have been in that band too, but he didn't make the cut. Can't think why. Seeing that video, I can see why he never made the cut. There you go. Carl Palmer's a drummer. No, he's alright. Carl Palmer's alright. Not. I don't like what he's doing now with this Carl Palmer's ELP Legacy thing. I think that's a bit. But no, he's he's interesting. Interesting drummer. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting drummer. Jason says, have more Bruford's work than both Yes or other band. Really enjoy Masterstrokes and Earthworks. I listened to it. After watching Bruford's interview, I listened to Masterstrokes on the walk the other afternoon to get Herb. And that was nice. It was a lovely afternoon. Sun was shining through the trees, and ba 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 la la ba 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 la la da la da da da. Alan Holdsworth doing his thing. He's the only twiddly guitar player I can listen to. Isn't that weird? Other twiddly guitar players just turn me off, but Holdsworth playing when he's guesting on other people, when he's with like Soft Machine and Bruford and Gong. I love that Jesus album's very good. I listened to that again the other week. I just love Holdsworth. It's fluid. It's because it's fluid, and I don't know. It's just random. It's just there's something about it. I don't know what it is. Because I hate Widdly players. There's something about Widdly. I can't stand them. But Holdsworth gets a pass. He always did. Oh well, shame what happened there, but there you go. Chris goes, for giggles. Everything's for giggles, sir. Pete says, because my middle name's Giggles. Didn't you know that? Pete goes, basically having a rant all to see and sheep greed about Palmer because I didn't. All hell broke loose. Oh, who was it? Who was this famous American drummer? Because I can't think of any famous American drummers. Payne says, I know Rolling Stones have been around a long time, but I don't know they had 500 albums. I see my mistake. I think I did the same joke with Cyrus because, it's a dad joke. We can get away with it because it's a dad joke, isn't it? Pink says, I'm off because he's going to help in the kitchen. Good. Give your mum a kiss from me, but no tongues this time. Imagine slanging off the Kinks. They're legendary. Look, I'm not Ray Davies's favourite. I'm not. Because I know he can be a bit of a toe rag. But he get shot. He got shot, didn't he, by a mugger because he wouldn't give his wallet over. I love that idea because he's notoriously tight. I just love the idea of going, no! Instant respect. God, he invented a whole genre. Crikey. Where would Britpop be without Ray Davies, And again, he's another one of these people who can't sing. He speaks the lyrics, but because the lyrics are so engaging and so, he's authorly, isn't he? He paints stories, Yeah, Kinks are alright. I like Kinks. Andy says, will it sound like the new album by Fish? Probably not. Then he says, I wonder what the most underground band you love. Underground? Underground band I love? Probably the Velvet Underground. I did define underground. I think it's me. I think I'm the biggest underground artist there is. I can't wait till I break out. However, now this is a thing that's been bothering me for many, many weeks now. Have I told you this story? Well, I must have told you. I feel like I always worry I'm repeating myself. Please forgive me if I'm repeating myself because I talk a lot. I talk a lot to the missus, I talk a lot to the kids, and it all blurs sometimes whether I'm talking to you or them or whatnot. And I go, did I tell? I've probably spoken about this before. But anyway, because I'm a renowned international recording artist, no laughing at the back there. Stop tittering. Remember, if you are going to, I only like big titters. Big titters, no little titters. All right, big titters. Anyway, there's we have these various tools. I've various tools to see who's hearing, listening, buying, downloading, ignoring our music. And one of these does Shazam. You know what Shazam is? Shazam is an app and it recognises your music. So people they hear your music and they press the little app and it goes, that is Darren Locke. Return to Blue. Return to Blue is something I recorded, blimey, 99. It's an ambient thing, live ambient track recorded. It was before I had a looper, so I used to not cheat, but what I do is I put, with the GR1, which was a guitar synthesizer, you put these long delay times, so the decay of the sound would it's midnight. I'm going to turn into a pumpkin in a minute. the decay time could almost not be infinite, but really be long. So I'd play a note and it'd just go, and I could play another note, and I could build up all these tones and structures note by note, and they'd last, and that's how I'd recorded that. It was without any delay pedals because I didn't own one. It was just me and a guitar synth, and it was without loopers because I hadn't had a looper. I didn't get a looper pedal until 2003, I think it was. So yeah, and that's where that came from. But on the Shazam, I keep getting people looking up this track 70, 80 Shazams a week. That seems excessive. That seems a little bit weird. So go and listen to that track. It's bloopy bleepy droney stuff, right? I want to know if it's been used in an advert or something, or in a movie, or it's being used somewhere, because some people are Shazamming it 70 to 80 times a week. And it's been like that for months now. I can't remember. It was the start of lockdown, and it's like, this got to be used in and out. I'm not getting a penny. I'm not getting any money out of this. This time next year, Rodney, we'll be millionaires. So I'm just curious as to why. Just why? The same thing happened to a song called Trumpster. It was before the orange one. That one was recorded 2001. But for years, a lot of streams and downloads as well, streams of this song called Trumpster, and a lot of them coming from the Australia way, over in the land down under. You see there's like themes emerging here, and I got a feeling that had been used in an advert or something. I'm just telling stories now. Bourgeois says the imminent arrival of new recordings is noticed. Good. Blimey. Where is it? Where'd it gone? It's when I spun up again. Looking forward to them. Well, like I said, the one I've got, the companion album is done. It's 35 minutes, and I just, again, because it's a bit ambient and it's a bit shapeless, I just can't figure out what to make of it. It's like, because I was thinking of maybe just it being like a bonus, download, but it was bigger than that because it's like 35 minutes. And if I do another couple of pieces, it might make a companion album. But and there's some good stuff in there, but it's more like the ambient rhythmic stuff that's on 2020 Vision. It's more of that. And there's a good improv that I did, and I've forgotten the name of it. Wait a minute, I have the folder. I have the folder here. Did I give it a name? No, I didn't. I didn't give it a name. Oh, that's a shame. But that's good. And I was going to put it on 2020 Vision, but I took it off. Again, all this stuff was due to go on the record, but got displaced when I wrote and recorded other things that I thought were better suited. So they were all meant to be on the record. It's not that these are offcuts. They were all meant to be on. It's just they got discarded as I went along, which is a bit unusual for me because I usually record stuff and I go, that's where we're at. But because there was, I don't know, I wanted a different, not different, it's all the same. What am I saying? I just wanted it to feel more connected. I wanted the songs to feel like they were all meant to be together. Yeah. Continuity. That's the word. A continuity. So these things got kind of pushed to the side. So yeah, and there's 2, 4, 6, 8 tracks done, and I just need a couple more. And there's 2 more tracks, which, like I said, I recorded for the next one. So yeah, and they came quick the other day, which was nice. I do like it when they come quick. That's what she said. Underground prog band. I don't think there are any underground prog bands. Payne says L because that's Roman for 50. Oh yeah, he's got it. He's got it. It's also lock, isn't it? You see, double meaning, little ambiguity there. Got the album artwork already worked out. It's going to be fantastic. Because yeah, it's going to be great. Follow up to Luckiest Man in the World, which was recorded when I was 40. So there we go. So there's got to be some singy songs. Andy says, keep up the great work. Well, that's kind of you to say. That's really, I like it when people heap praise upon me. I need it. I only want your praise and approval. I only want to feel like I belong. Tom Pinks asked, does Tortoise count as underground? No. If we're going to, okay, I'll say Battles. I've been listening to a bit of them lately. I talked about them last week. They're kind of underground. I don't know. I don't know. Again, define underground. It's very difficult because a lot of these bands, even though you've heard of them, you know, you might have heard of your Frank Zappa, but no one outside in the real world's heard of him. So maybe I'll say Frank Zappa just to annoy everyone. but Frank Zappa, who's my favourite? He's my favourite. Cyrus says there are still a bunch of great albums in RS 500 list, but compared to 2003 and 2012, honestly it feels like 2020 list tries to be somewhat virtual signal over quality. Well, again, there's probably a lot of stuff on there that I don't know. You know, this is it. It's not like it's the enemy. And who does 500 albums? Seriously? Make it 20, 100 at the most. I know when Q used to do like 100 albums, that was a bit of a slog. See, I don't really take notice of Rolling Stone. I never have done. Unless there's like a good interview in it, but I've never really thought of them, you know. I know, Rolling Stone magazine, but in the UK, I don't think it counts for anything, you know. I don't think you could even, I mean, I'm talking the old days. In the old days, I don't think you could even find it on the magazine shelves. You'd be hard pressed to find a copy of Rolling Stone. Lenin says, mine particularly is Gong. Tom Pink says, you sound like the old Keith sketch. I don't know what that is. Hussey says, what's the status on the new Xbox? I went over this last week. I accidentally ordered one. It was a big accident. I didn't mean to order it. It was just early on in the day. I thought, I'll order an Xbox One X. No, Series X. X1X, Series X, X1X. I don't know what it's called there. The blocky one. The one that looks like a Lego brick. And the order didn't take it, and then I got a call from the Barclay card, and they said, Mr. Locke, you're trying to buy stuff you can't afford. Is this a wise purchase? And I said, it'll be fine. I'll just sell some Jethro Tull box sets or something. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And it didn't go through, and I forgot about it. And in the afternoon, about 5 o'clock, I was having a sip of tea, and the missus was just taking the dog out because she's doing the afternoon dog walk because I'm getting old and bits are dropping off. And I thought, let's see what our Xbox is. It's sold out. It's sold out. It said on the page, sold out. I thought, okay. But in the little basket there was like a 1. I thought, I clicked on it. It's my basket with the Xbox in it on my iPad. I thought, but it's sold out. Let's see what happens if I press buy. The bloody order went through. That's weird because the Xbox website said it was sold out. But I noticed that the order number was the same as the order number from when I tried to post it at 9:30 in the morning. It was the same order number. I know that because it had 161 in it. I don't know how I remember it. It had 161, and it was the same order number. So I don't know if the order had got stuck in their system and just like it was constipated. It just needed a little bit of help at the end of the day. One last push. So I accidentally, on purpose, ordered an Xbox Series X. But at least I'll be able to play Pac-Land. What? I like Pac-Land. I've got, was it Pac-Man Arcade Treasures or whatever it's called? One with all the Pac-Man games in it. I better be able to play that. I'll be most annoyed if I can't play it. But yeah, I've got to put my old Xbox on the eBay. See what I can get for it. That'll be fun. But it's supposed to be lightning fast. It can load Red Dead Redemption in 24 seconds. It takes about 3 minutes normally. 3 minutes. That'd be cool, that. That's all I know about the Xbox. Munton says, what exactly did Rolling Stone change with their list? I don't know. Pink says, I still miss Wetton, even with Asia. Oh, you ruined it then. Andrew's in, he says evening. Andrew he's like Andy Warhol. He's selling paintings. So check out Andrew's artwork. He's gonna be big. Then he says, I was real sad when John Wetton died. Yeah, but it was coming, you know. It's not like when Bowie died and everyone went, what? Payne says, the new Rolling Stone list does try a bit too hard, but I really find it funny that a lot of old men who claim, rightly so, that it's irrelevant suddenly are so pissed off the list. Yeah. Well, again, lists are weird. I mean, I don't tend to think of... I mean, there are certain albums that I really like, right? Like Night Song, or Genesis's The Lamb, you know, or Peter Gabriel's So and Us. You know, there are certain... Or Bill Bruford's Masterstrokes album. I know it's a collection, I know it's a best of, but that was a real gateway drug for me, because I remember buying it in Leytonstone. There was a record shop next to a gym. Strange how you remember these things. And I remember being in there. It's like, oh wow. And I've still got the CD. It's still there. Up there somewhere. There. Still got it. It's one of my... In fact, I'm going to show it to you because it's one of my earliest CDs. I haven't sold it. There you go. Isn't it amazing? Oh, me back. Oh, back's giving me jip today. Look at that. Look at that. Just look at it. Just marvel at it. It's beautiful. Look. It's Bill Bruford there. I just love the energy of that. And you can tell. Just look at that. He's not even looking at the drum kit. He's looking at above his head as if to say, what's that guy up in the rigging doing? You know? Look at that. Just look at that. Just assured. It's assured. This is an EG one. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. And I just and it was from here that it all happened, you know. Because I think I got into this before I got into that band, you know. And because there's a really good discography on the back, you see. Because I heard Yes, and from Yes I'd gone to Bruford, and then from Bruford, you know, there you go. Gateway. So like I said, the albums like this and that other album by the featured artist, the one that begins with the letter E, are important records, you know. They're just important records to me because it's turned me on to music and stuff. Oh dear. Why do they hate me? I've only tried to ever be a good fan. Oh dear. Renee says, what will be the next Meridian special edition? Well, it's either Fugazi, Holidays in Eden, or Season's End. I think they're going to curveball us and give us Holidays in Eden, and possibly leave Season's End to last, because Season's End, it's got the word end in it. So I'm predicting Holidays in Eden, Fugazi, Season's End. Of course, it's going to be completely the other way round, and I'll look a complete arsehole as usual. There you go. Payne says, didn't Jerry Motta quit halfway through the first day? Some of it's sequenced. I don't know. I think it might have been availability. I'm not sure. All I know is that the featured artist turned up, did his bits, and scooted off. You know. And it was really Sylvian that kind of pulled that together. So yeah, possibly. But he was meant to be in that band. Yeah? He was lined up to be in it, I think, and him and Mastelotto. And then I think he then Bruford kind of came in. I don't know. I don't really care. I'm trying to forget all that stuff. I'm trying to get it out of my head. It's like I've escaped the cult. You know what I'm saying? Escaped the cult. Chris goes, it's John Bowden, rock history. I don't care. Another bloody bearded wanker. It's rock history. I'm a poor man's Casey Kasem. It's like, fuck. I'd rather watch Casey Kasem. You didn't expect me to mention him, did you? No, there you go. And he explains why from his perspective. He takes two to tango. Well, firstly, Jerry Marotta's just a session man, and Peter Gabriel is the paying artiste. It's his vision. He pays the wages, and you should have a little bit of fucking decorum and get back in your box, especially when you're just a session man. All right, he came across as a whiny little bitch, and to dismiss, if you watch the way he dismisses. Oh, he got some black guys and a girl. That's what he says. That's what Marotta says. And it kind of illustrates his mindset. I mean, again, Paula Cole didn't come into the equation till 92, till the Secret World Tour. And he's talking about Manu Katché and David Sanchez. And David Sanchez is a bloody established keyboard player, for fuck's sake. He didn't find him on the fucking street corner. You know, have some fucking respect for your other musicians. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Takes two to tango. Fuck off. It's like Peter Gabriel here. Peter Gabriel can hire and fire who he wants. Who he wants. For he is the boss man. And boss man says, time to go. You go, yes sir. Yes sir, it was an honour and a pleasure to work with you. Like I say, have a little bit of respect. But Sour Greats missed out on the So gig. There would have been some nice residuals coming from that album, and he missed out on it. Oh, it's all about the money. Money. Pete says, time for Kip. Yeah, that's right. Hollywood says, just starting a review, reading the gospel, calling it Pink Floyd. I just do Pink Floyd. I'm just doing Pink Floyd from now on. Pink says, Urban Hymns, the album The Verve was released on this date. Absolutely, I've got it down there. I've got it in my pile. You know, yeah, got it in the pile. Covered Lucky Man on bad cover version. I'm a lucky man with fire in my hands. Love that song. That's my karaoke song, that is. Whenever I'm called up, that's the one I do. That's the one. I do that one. Hussey goes, oh my God, Jerry Marotta, talk about It's All About Me. Ego the size of a planet. I mean, fucking hell. I'm surprised he doesn't just collapse behind the drum kit. It's such a, you know, I'm surprised he hasn't got like his own gravitational pull. It's like, fuck me. You just hit things in time. You're just a fucking drummer. You were replaced by a machine. Oh boy. Pink says, and yesterday was the anniversary of us. Exactly. Yeah, love that one. That's a good one too, isn't it? That's one of my all-time favourites. Pete Moss says, drummer was Jimmy Keegan. Played on Santana's Supernatural and was also in Spock's Beard. We don't, in this dojo there is no Spock's Beard. We have Bilbo's perineum. Remember that? Yeah? Cyrus says, what about medium titters? We can have those. Remember, any more than a handful's a waste. Any more than a mouthful's a waste. we're doing those jokes now. Oh man, I'm in so much trouble. Lenny says, thoughts on Public Image Limited. I love them. Think they're great. Chris says, it's bots. It's bots. It's bots. It's bots. It's a trap. It's bots. Hussey says, Michael Hutchins from Excess, Paul Esther from Crowder House, as well as Greg Ham, all died. Well, Hutchins died of a strangle wank. Come on. I mean, he could have had any woman. He could have just shouted out of his window, hey, you down there, I'm Michael Hutchins and I'm horny. Do you want to help? And I think 5 or 6 women would have gone, me, choose me. But he died of a strangle wank. Paul Hester's the sad one, because he took his dogs for a walk. He said to his missus, just take dogs out. And he hung himself in the park, though he did have a history of, depression. But, yeah, still not... I mean, I feel sorry for the dogs. They must have been standing around going, he's up there a long time. Do you think we're going home? Don't look like it. I'm going to lick my balls some more. Just get inside the mind of the dogs, you see. And as for Greg Ham, well, I only heard about that tonight. I can't make a comment. But, you could say he had his bacon. What, you didn't expect me to be sensitive, did you? What, me? Me? Pink says, keep up the brilliance and good looks, thank you. Tame Impala, oh god, there's another one. Pete Marr wants to call the album Lockdown. It nearly got called that, but I thought it was too on the nose. Pink says, I can't stand 95% of Zappa either. I really like Hot Rats though. I love that record. Oh, you mean Stella Street? Oh, Keith. Yeah, Mick, what's that? Oh, Keith. Oh, we've run out of baked beans. I love Stella Street. Oh, dear. I'm Michael Caine. I've got to remember all the I haven't watched that in years because I don't show the repeats of that. That's Phil Cornwall and John Sessions, and I just loved the stupidity of it. It was just really just stupid. Lenin says, I found a topic on Facebook debating the comparison between Zappa and Weird Al, as they both do comedy rock, but I didn't bother to comment as it was pointless. Well, exactly, because, I mean, yeah, Zappa does touch on parody, but he's not an out-and-out parodist as Yankovic, which is, again, it's like eggs and ham. It's apples and oranges. Yeah, you can't really compare the two. Mar says, remember when the singles were decent, or you could have a choice of 7 or 12? After buying a 12, you just got 12 minutes of extra melody. Those were the days. The 12-inch Megamix. Yeah? With John Tokes Patoka. He did a cracking Megamix of Sledgehammer and Invisible Touch, which went on to be the live version that Genesis ended up doing. They were so entranced by the 12-inch Megamix that John Tokes Patoka did, they used it in a live set. That was the power of the 12-inch. You talk, 12-inch Megamix, 12-inch, 12-inch, 7 inches. People now, you go on about 7 inches and 12 inches. People just give you odd looks. We like our vinyl black and 7 or 12 inches. Just remember that. Morse goes, Zappa! I like Weird Al. I love me some Weird Al. Lenny says, I took a ride with my friends and listened to Asia. I couldn't stand the music. Asia is a 4-letter word, remember that. Mar says, bloody hell, I bought Master Strokes in good old London on Oxford Street when they used to pack their stores full of everything. Yeah, those were the days. Yeah, you should just get rid of Asia. No more Asia. Morse goes, hey Darren, thoughts on the... I don't know, I have no interest. Come on now. Let's behave ourselves. That band does not exist in this dojo. It is done. We are done with it. Why promote something that's trying to destroy you, as the missus would say? And so we're free. I'm free of the curse. I'm free of the crimson curse. I can say the C word, crimson. No, I mean, it's you know, come on, how many times you need to reissue the same album? Come on. It's been an awful lot of... I owned at one point, this is... being honest now, I owned 13 copies of that first album. 13 copies. The kids used to mock me for it. They used to mock me. They go, "You going to buy another one, Dad?" They did. They mocked me for it. And I was like, I was too proud to see that they were right. I was like, no, another version. I might hear some more detail. There might be some more detail that I'm missing. Another version of it. And now I've got five versions. So I've cut back. There you go. Ussie says, this Wednesday morning breakfast stream is the best entertainment we've had down here. Thanks for all the entertainment. You know, I just try and keep it light, keep it funny. The world's miserable enough, and if I can lighten the mood, even though sometimes we go into some dark places, that's it. Remember, we have fun. That's all we can go for. Payne says, Manu Katché is a far more interesting drummer than Mariah. Absolutely. He has, again, he has that French rhythm. It's not salsa, but you know, he just has a free. He plays fairly free, you know. Very interesting player, and it was a shock, you know, when hearing so the first time. You could hear that the rhythm section had opened up. It had become more sophisticated. Again, I wouldn't say it's a jazz feel, but it's just more an open way. He plays with such an open way, you know, and yeah, it's a shame I never got to see him play live with the Gable Band, because when I saw them, it was the who was on. No, wait a minute, I did see. No, I saw him at the. Oh, you arsehole, Darren. He was on the Us tour, wasn't he? Yeah, he was on the Us tour. Oh, I did see him. Oh, I'm such a wally. And it was good to watch him play from the gods as I looked down from Earl's Court at the little ants below me. It was good to see him play. Sorry, but I'm so old I forget everything. Where to get the record frames? I got from Amazon. Oh, let me put the link in the thing. Oh God, I've got to find the link now. They were on offer when I got them. They are a bit expensive. They're called Art Vinyl. Are they on offer? Oh no, they've gone up. Blimey, they're even more expensive. But here's the link on Amazon. They are reassuringly expensive. I did not pay this price for them. I got them when they were on offer. So there you go. Pink says, I watched an Art of Noise show from the second album era in the 80s. It was so 80s, but I do enjoy their first 2 or 3 albums. It's interesting stuff. Paul Morley, he was involved with them, wasn't he? Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. Chris says, all the notes said they would change the name. Yeah, right. Really? Do you think all the notes would change? Really? 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 Don't think so. Oh yeah, Stella Strait's really good. Tom Pink says, Stella Street, I looked it up after you mentioned that skit and laughed my bum off. It's good stuff. Shane says, is it Australian Music Day? Well, we only know that song, you know. You know that song? I come from the land down under. I do them all, you know. I do all the hits. All the hits. Moore says Sapper was cynical AF. He certainly was. I don't think he was a particularly nice person, you know. I've read about some of his more questionable behaviour. But, you know, he was smart, but he's one of these people who thought he was the smartest person in the room. They're the ones you've got to watch out for, you know. because, you know, there you go. There you go. Martin says, I'm back from dinner. Did I miss anything? No. You'll have to watch the replay. Mar says, good night. Bloody interesting. Well, have good night too. Have sweet dreams of Prague. Oh, how many of those ones did I have? One. All right. I've got 3. I've got 3 of those at the moment. So I've cut back. Thought one of the pink fairies, says Lenin. I've only heard a couple of their things, so wouldn't say no. Martin says, it was hard for me to find your generative music channel because I never saw the link from you. I found it 2 weeks ago. Subscribed. Yeah, well, again, I was doing live streams of that, and again, I put it up for my daughter because she suffers with insomnia, and so it was created mainly for her, and it used to send her off to sleep. But now she's back at school, she doesn't need it, so it's kind of in downtime. Though I've got a little Mac Mini just under here that's dedicated to spurting out the streams. I may even turn it on this evening so you can get a new one. Though I need to... Oh, sorry, my back's beginning to play me up. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it's just come on me. I need to do some more loops for it, because I add more loops, and so it gives more variety, more variation. And it's all done on the random. It's on a random thing, and yeah, I need to do some more loops on that. But I'm glad you found it. It's hard to find, and it hasn't got many views, and it hasn't got many viewers. Even when I was running the live stream, I ran the live stream for a week once, and it didn't get no views. It's just so hard. It's just so hard out there to get discovered and that. So, I mean, I'm lucky I got this place, because, you know. But then I have people say, "Oh, you still doing videos?" Because they got knocked off, last October. God, it's been a year nearly since all that happened. And it's taken them like a year to find me again. Because again, once YouTube buries you, it's not about being irrelevant. It's not, oh, you're irrelevant, your content is irrelevant, your content is not interesting. The algorithm says, how many adverts can we get people to see on this? Because it's all about the coin. If it's worth us promoting this video, we'll get more views, more advert views, promotion. But if they know they're only going to get, 300 views or 50 views or 1,000 views, you're going to get so much promotion on the back of that. Because, and that's how it works now. And it's less, I don't know how it all works. I try not to think about it because it just annoys me. Just going, like today. Pink Floyd, that video went crazy. Yeah, I'll do another video, barely get 100 views. It's just, I just find it so rubbish, Simon says, how the hell did Heat of the Moment become a hit? Well, who knows? It was the 80s. We didn't know any better. Pinks is off for dinner. Lenin says, the guitar players are highly underrated, including the one that replaced... Oh, you're talking about Pink Fairies, yeah, okay. Moore says, you've got to carry on. They get it right by the 15th. Oh, yeah, but, the kids are embarrassing me. There's nothing worse than being roasted by your own children. Martin says, featured artist, fresh when it was mixed, indeed. We'll have another one, please. Which country singer is the most pro? Kenny Rogers. Lenin says, also Paul Wallace, who played with the Fairies, became original guitarist for Motorhead. Oh, there you go. Isn't that nice? Where are we? He's going on about Pink Fairies again. Munton says, are all the tail sets gone? No, I've still got Aqualung and Thick as a Brick, which I might keep because I quite like those two. Those two I've got time for. Or I might sell them. It depends, because I might buy a guitar or I may have already ordered a guitar. I may have bought a guitar. I can't help it. I had this thing. There's this Fender Jaguar, and it's short scale, and it's slightly. I don't know if you know the length of guitar necks. Some of them are regular, and this one's short, a little bit shorter. And I thought it might help with my reach with my hand. And there's this one I've been looking for, and it's hard to find them at the moment because I don't know if it's COVID or maybe they're just not making them. And this one came up, and I thought I'd better pull the trigger on it because it's going to go. Just even if I try it and sell it on, and I've ordered this guitar to see if it can help with my playing a bit. And I feel really bad about it. I feel really bad, but I'm going to have to sell some guitars to cover the cost, or those 2 remaining Jethro Tull things. I have bits and bobs around. There's a lot of vinyl that I need to. I've nearly filled my vinyl racks up. I'm nearly done, so I'm going to have to have a cull, and because I've got 2 racks in the West Wing, and I've filled them up, and that's problematic because I don't think the missus is going to let me have a 3rd rack. So yeah, we are limited in space. But yeah, I want to keep recording. I'm having so much fun and joy recording music. It's been getting me through a lot of this stuff that's happening at the moment. Not the COVID thing, it's just, I don't know, I have some dark moments and dark days and whatnot. We all do. Yeah, good kick up the arse, you know what I'm saying? Gets you through it. But the creative process, even if I'm just piss-balling around, really helps me get me through it. And, like I say, it's just the physical side of things. I did a bit of bass the other day, and I'm having to not use that finger because it hurts. I mean, I haven't got any pain now, but if I put pressure on it, I'm dropping things a lot. I lose my grip on things. I say to the missus, early signs of Alzheimer's. You're going to be pushing me around in a wheelchair. But yeah, I don't know. There's something wrong with me, but I don't know what it is. just falling apart. But hey, you just push on, innit, really? Push on through to the other side. But yeah, don't need my problems. But, John asked, does my son like prog? No, he actually did. He liked Brian Eno. He liked what album did I give him? It was Discreet Music. He used to play that a lot, and he played mine as well. But he doesn't have his radio on anymore because he's only got 2 electric sockets in his room, and he's got his console, and he likes playing games. I got him. Fuck you, Siri. Fuck off. Stupid Apple Watch. I didn't even say no. I got him an actual Mega Drive because he wanted a Mega Drive. You don't know the trouble I've had getting one that works and then getting a gizmo to connect it to an HDMI port. Hopefully he'll appreciate me. But that was his big birthday present today. He had a Mega Drive and a load of Sonic the Hedgehog games because that's his love. And Verity's love too. They both were totally addicted to Sonic the Hedgehog. And if you'd have told me in the 90s, I would have kept my original Mega Drive and not sold it. But you don't think, in 30 years' time that your kids are going to be into Sonic the Hedgehog. It's like, where's that going? But no. But he did like a bit of Eno back in the day. Morse says, yeah, I've got what you mean. Watch out for those who think they're the smartest in the room. Exactly. You have to. Oh, good. I'm glad she liked. Yeah, Wondrous Stories is a great gateway song to prog. And get if any of you, are taking a lady home. Wondrous Stories, followed by Your Own Special Way by Genesis. That gets you 2 fasteners on the bra open. I guarantee it. You heard it here first. Payne says, doesn't seem like he is since the big takedown. Time flies. No, it was the Darren Lock takedown. I took myself down. They just piled on the pressure. because you realise, you think, because again, it's the same. I've said this before. YouTube, you're at the behest of everyone, and they can knock you out for nothing. There are people that get kicked off all the time. But what they did was just, it was nasty again, because my son has a YouTube channel which he posts to, and well, again, I moderate it. He makes the videos and I upload them for him. But it's really helped with his speech development because he has autism, those of you who don't know. And I wanted something, because he's doing video editing and stuff. He edits the videos himself and does the little intros and whatnot. And it's been really good for him. And the thought of those bastards taking me down, they would have took him down as well. And it would have been my main account, my Google account would have got cancelled, and we wouldn't have been able to do any more YouTube channels, all of it, the family, as it were. And because they give you a lifetime ban. And I hadn't done anything to warrant a lifetime ban. So if you're going to do that to me, nah, I'm going to just nuke it and start again, because it means nothing. I want people to know that I'll just nuke it. You do that to me, I'll nuke the channel and start again before YouTube gets a chance to cancel me. And I'll do it again. Bring it on. Do it again. 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 Because that's how stupid it all is. Oh, and that, I think I'm going to end it, because I'm getting a bit achy and I've got to get up in the morning to walk Herb to school. All right. It has been lovely. Sorry I've ignored the rest of you. We can do those next week. Cut and paste them. We'll do them next week, all right? Because, like I said, I'm never going to get through all that, and I've just realised the time. Thank you for playing. We'll do this all again soon. Remember, folks, if you can't be good, be safe. But more importantly, don't tell your mother.